Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of shopping for all of the wonderful gardeners in our lives. And I'm going to give you my gift guide. Now, because we are equal opportunists, there are a few places that we are going to visit today. One is going to be one of my favorite garden centers that has amazing gifts for any gardener. The second place is going to be a big box store because you can find some really wonderful gifts and they're readily available at these big box stores. And then finally, we are going to go somewhere a little bit unexpected, but it's full of treasures for any gardener in your life. All right, guys, our first stop is here at Cornell Farms. I brought you guys here before. This is like that specialty garden center that you're gonna find only beautiful things. Not only gifts, but beautiful plants. I am here with Debbie, who is the owner. So not only are you the nursery owner, but you are a lifelong gardener.
Yes.
So I thought, who better to ask and validate my thoughts and opinion than Debbie? So we're gonna walk around. I wanna see what she recommends. And then there's a beautiful surprise at the end of our little shopping trip guide over here. What is like the things that come to your mind and why do we need them?
Okay. Well, I have gardened many years without gloves, but the nice thing about gloves is the dirt doesn't stick quite as bad.
Right.
And it's also really good for your hands. So there's a lot of levels of gloves. There's some really lightweight ones that have really great finger action, so that when you're trying to get in and pull tiny little weeds or little things, you really need a glove like this.
Okay.
But and then there's colors, so you don't lose them in the garden.
Smart.
And also little touches if you want to have a little more flowers. And the higher end gloves are going to last so much longer when you have something that has leather with it like this, where you're going to be working with heavy duty things, trying to pull big weeds, or you're working with, for instance, roses. You might want a gauntlet, something that's going to go up your arm to prevent the stickers from getting into you. And it also, the other thing about the gauntlets, there's a lot of different kinds. There's even something like this, which is a sleeve. It's just something you wear on your arm to keep the sun off. So if you're worried about sun rays, that is actually UV resistant, and it's great for that purpose too.
That's really good because I think a lot of people are really getting into protecting their skin.
Yes.
Especially people that have had issues in the past. So I think these are actually really great if you don't want to full on put a like a sweater on like on a hot day.
Exactly.
It's really cool. That's a good call out because I think we forget about that. Those are available.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, so good gloves is the foundation.
That's the number one.
Okay.
Right there. Yes.
To know. And those are really beautiful.
Yes.
I'm always somebody that's really into like beauty and function. And I think if I had gloves like this, I would do a better job at not losing them.
Exactly.
Because I lose mine all the time.
Yeah. Well, they become like if you're gardening, I'm getting my gloves. I always keep them in the kitchen drawer.
Oh, smart. That is a good place. There's a little pro tip for you right there.
There's a lot of pruning that goes on, a lot of perennials, little shrub things that happen. And my favorite is the Felco.
Okay.
It's so easy. I mean, it's not going to be hard on your wrists or your hands for carpal tunnel.
Sure.
Stays sharp forever. They're made in Switzerland, so the steel in it is the highest quality. And I've had mine for 10 years before I even sharpened the blade. So, I'm not leaving these out anywhere. They're also in my kitchen drawer with my gloves.
Got it. Kitchen drawer. We all need, everybody has like a knick-knack kitchen drawer. We all need like a gardening kitchen drawer.
Exactly. That. But then it's not all about heavy, thick things to prune. It's also smaller things where you're trying to really get in, or maybe you're just cutting flowers and you just want like little, these are called needle nose type pruners.
Okay.
So it's a different type of thing. You can use your pruners. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes if you're doing a lot of cut flowers all at once, this is a lot easier to use.
Right. And it allows you to really like get into those, stems without cutting a bunch of things, right?
Exactly.
Right. I love that. Okay.
The other thing that I use when my pruners, because you're only supposed to cut up to about an inch, tells you right there, 1 inch in diameter, and we always push that, right?
Right.
Because we don't want to go get something else.
Right.
But It actually is a lifesaver to have a folding saw. And I
okay.
love this because small trees and shrubs where the you're trying to get rid of some major branches because you're doing major pruning, it's so easy. It folds out, you saw it off in like a second practically,
Right,
and
right,
then you're done.
right. These are like a garden lifesaver. I
Yes.
absolutely love those. While we're here, Debbie, what
Yes.
are your thoughts on the hori hori?
Oh,
That is
yes.
my
That's your digging tool?
yes, that is my digging tool, my
Yeah.
dividing tool sometimes, my measuring tool.
Yes.
It's like the one hit wonder.
It
Like,
is.
you know what I mean? Like it does everything. Love
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, this is a great one.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it. You can dig little weeds out, or you can actually get down and get your perennials out
Right.
as well. But dividing is another
Right.
great thing.
It's just, yeah, it's like right up there, top 3
Yep.
things that I love in our garden.
The other thing that I used, like if I'm in a window box or something, then I'm going to use, a trowel like this.
Right.
And this can work in a garden bed as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm doing a lot of planting,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm going to switch over to digging, not so much with the big shovel,
Sure.
although that can be it, but I
Mhm.
like to because my ground is not always that easy to dig.
Yeah.
I need something that's going to really get down there and then
Really?
pry up the whole section at a time. So it's not so much individual wrist stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I really love a fork, a long handled fork.
Really? I never thought to use a fork to dig a hole or to like
Yes.
dig. I mean, we use them for dahlias to like dig up dahlias,
Mhm.
but to actually have something like, ah, that
I
is
mean,
so
it really can
smart.
speed up weeding. You know,
Okay.
just kind of put it down like
Right.
this.
And rock it back
Yeah,
and forth.
and then out they
Okay.
come.
Okay. I
Yeah.
love that.
Other thing that I use quite a bit
Yes.
is a rake.
Okay.
And guess what? My rake is this broom right here.
I love you even more right now. Okay.
The better broom. This
Yeah.
is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I sweep snow off my porch. I sweep
Mm-hmm.
leaves. This is so stiff.
Right.
It literally, I mean, I sweep leaves out of my beds or into the beds.
Yeah.
Um, use it in the house, use it outdoors. It's just so tough. In fact, if I compare this to like a regular broom,
Mm-hmm.
this is the one that's going to get every single thing
Right.
out of the way
Right.
because this one sometimes leaves some of the smaller stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and this just gets everything. So this is my number one rake. But after this rake,
Mm-hmm.
if I definitely need something a little bit more, my favorite is this folding one.
Oh, okay.
So because it literally uh, it gets all the leaves,
Mm-hmm.
but then you just fold it away. So space
Oh,
wise,
okay.
it's just great. And this even goes up or down. You can see
Mm-hmm.
how short it goes,
Oh, fantastic.
or if you want it long.
So you don't have to have multiple sized ones. Because
Yes.
space is, I think, every gardener's nemesis. We always
Yes.
run out of space.
Yes.
And you know what's funny? Just really quick with the better broom.
Yes.
This is how I spread my mulch.
Oh.
It does the best,
Wow.
fluffiest job like I've ever, like I
I
could
believe
sit,
you.
yeah, I could sit there and just fan everything with my hand, but this
Uh-huh.
does such a good job. So it's like a dual
Yeah.
purpose. But
Mhm.
that rake is fantastic.
Yes.
Okay, I'm putting
Love
that
it.
on my list, my wish list, because I want one of those.
There's lots of things that you can use um, for when you're in the garden
Mm-hmm.
um, to be on your knees for a
Mm-hmm.
long period of time. These are gel.
Oh.
So, they actually, it's kind of like a special kind of bed,
Oh,
like this,
okay.
whatever those are called.
Sure, sure. I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but I just don't know what they're called. Yeah.
So it's incredibly great for your knees,
Okay.
but it also doubles as your game day seat.
Oh, smart.
You can, or
Okay.
any chair, that
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah. And I just love like the fun colors.
Yes.
I have these black ones, but they're just not doing it for me. So I think one of these would be even more fun to have.
Yes. And actually, if you want lots of fun, more
Yes.
fun than this,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Debbie.
oops,
That
I
is
just lost them all.
beautiful.
It is.
Oh
And it's the
my
gel.
gosh.
It's just gorgeous.
Wow. And this is from the Royal Horticultural Society. So this is from
Yes,
England.
exactly.
This is RHS. This is like,
Kind
this
of like
is beautiful.
these gloves.
Those gloves, you
Same thing.
guys. Why go to, you don't have to go to England. England came to us. Look
That's
at
right.
that.
It's gorgeous.
I love that. That print
Yeah.
is so beautiful. Do these last a long time, Debbie?
Yes.
I'm not familiar with these gel ones, but do
Yeah.
they? Okay.
I mean, I think I'm not sure if they have a lifetime warranty.
Uh-huh.
I never checked that, but you know, I'm not going to leave it out in the winter.
Right.
But there's no reason why it wouldn't last you your entire gardening life.
Wow. That's amazing. I love that. That's
Yes.
beautiful with the dahlias. Oh, I'm a
And, you
dahlia
know,
girl.
And the thing of it is, if you're a gardener, you might put your money into plants
Right.
instead of maybe something that just makes it a little easier and that's also beautiful.
Right. I think that is a good lesson for us all because we're so hard on our body during the gardening season.
Yeah.
And it's a long game, right? So we have to like do things now
Yeah.
so we don't ruin our knees or our back.
This is the other thing that if you're not, you can get down on your knees with this, and it is a very thick pad. And so it keeps you off the ground. And if it's really muddy, you know, that's really handy.
Okay.
But then the other thing is,
Oh,
let's say
I didn't know that.
you're pruning your rose bush,
Uh-huh.
you know, and you need to be a little bit higher. And so
Sure.
instead of squatting on your knees for a long time,
Right.
you can sit here. And if you had a little table right here,
Mm-hmm.
you could have your glass of wine.
Oh, glass of wine and pruning roses. Yes, that is the vibe for 2026. That's what we're all going to be doing. And we're all going to be thinking of Debbie. No, one of the things I did want to ask you about, because watering cans are another big one.
Yes.
And I have tried several. Do you have a favorite one that you like that you tend to always go to?
Yes.
Okay.
These.
Okay, let's see what you have. The drams. Okay.
Yes, I have a yellow one because it stands out.
Right, so you won't lose it.
And the other thing about these is they have this rosette on the end with all the really fine little pinholes, so that when you're watering something delicate, like in a container, it's not going to like flood the flowers or the plant. It's going to just gently rain on them. So I do like that, but I also like a bigger watering can so that you're not like always having to fill it. And that is a really great size. It's very lightweight, and I've had mine probably at least 15 years.
15 years. Okay. And I love that you said that because I like a bigger can too, because I'm like a one trip type of girl.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm going to do it all in one go. So I don't want to make multiple trips with the tiny little guys. Okay.
Yep.
Put that on your list, you guys. And then there's one more thing I wanted to show them. And I think we were just talking about it.
Okay.
And that is seed storage.
Yes.
Seed starting is upon us. We're all very excited about it already. I'm already daydreaming about it.
Yes.
And here is the most beautiful seed storage box I have ever seen.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. I actually found these online too. They come in a couple different colors. This one, and then there's one that comes more like in the blue tone, so it kind of matches this style.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I love this because this is going to last you forever.
Oh, yeah.
And it has different compartments, so you can put your seeds, you can put your like pens and markers and extra tags over here.
Yep.
It's such a beautiful gift.
It really is.
Like I would love to just display that on in my kitchen.
Exactly.
You know,
by the gloves and the pruners.
Exactly.
I mean, you might be able to, well, not quite.
Yeah, it's just such a good practical gift, I think, for gardeners, is to have good seed storage and something that's not only functional, but also very, very beautiful. Debbie, this is so incredibly stunning. Santa, if you're watching, I'll put my address down below. Wow, this is so incredibly stunning. All right, guys, so for your high ticket item, for that really special person in your life, that really amazing gardener in your life, a Hartley. No, this is, you know, a Hartley is just like a dream thing to have. But what I wanted to say is if you are local, this is such a beautiful space to come and enjoy. You guys host different events. You're doing a whole tea, is it tea time? In the Hartley?
It's in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. High tea in the afternoon.
Yes.
Yes, please. And the other thing we're just talking about, this was such a great gift idea. I would probably even do this, is a coaching gift card.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about that you guys offer here?
Sure.
Yeah.
So you buy a gift card for 90 minutes of an expert designer in your garden, and you can walk through and talk about things that aren't working well or things that you want to improve. It's all over the board, like, or what's that plant called? All kinds of a range of things.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that would be so interesting because it's always nice to have an outside perspective. Somebody that doesn't get to see your garden every day will bring like a whole new light to it.
Yes.
So I might have to do that because I have ideas, but I want somebody to tell me like, yes, no, what are you thinking?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I would love to do that. So we will link down everything down below in the description box for all of you local friends. Even if you aren't local and you're going to be in this side of the woods, I would highly recommend you come to Cornell Farms. There are a couple more things I'm going to show you guys that I really love at their garden center. So we'll go back inside and I'll show you those as well. Before we go back inside, I just wanted to give you one more look at the Hartley from the outside because what a gorgeous, gorgeous greenhouse.
I noticed your little episode of gifts for the gardener, but I'm also a gardener and I want to make sure that I'm not left out. No, we're not at a grill shop, okay? We're but here, look at that. Look at the tree and look at that camera bird feeder.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. First off, it's a fun security feature to have in the garden around the house, okay? But look how nice. It's simple, kind of like modern. It's gorgeous. Like I would love to have that hanging somewhere in the backyard for security, but also having like those fun little friends come by and have a look and have a little snack and I don't know.
I think that's a real, okay.
That is so much fun.
Okay, so that is one of your wish lists.
One of mine.
Okay.
And come over here, let me show you a couple other.
Okay, Sergey's also giving us all of his gift guide.
I think different. Don't be shy.
Come on in.
It's expensive, but it's okay. You know me and you probably already know what I'm going to do here.
We're going to cut you off, sir.
Like you have too many. Conifers and maples for those attics in your life.
Right here.
Yeah.
Here's a really great one. Which one is this? And the
it doesn't really
varieties.
matter. It doesn't really matter which one it is.
Silver candles.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
So conifers and maples and come.
Oh, one more.
Last one, I promise.
Last one. Would you say that this is more for somebody that has a specific taste? Because
well, you know them.
Right.
If you have them in your family or your circle, you know who they are.
Right.
So yeah.
Sergey's one of them.
And I feel like you have those people, you know, that collect, obsess, whatever you want to call it, okay? You cannot go wrong with a fig.
I think I was talking to one of our subscribers. I think it was either Rhonda or Joyce. I can't remember who made the comment. But they were talking about how you have really good taste. And I said, stop right now. Your head just got a little bit bigger. But I just said...
I'm going to need a wheelbarrow for my head sooner or later, you know?
To pick it up?
Yeah.
But anyways, we were saying how like, you have really good taste in plants. It's almost obnoxious because you really do. So I will give you that. Expensive taste, but good taste.
Rhonda?
It was either Rhonda or Joyce. I have to go back and look.
I like them both. They're great people.
They are great people. They really are. All of them are fantastic. So figs is another one.
Well, you know, when you're doing your filming, I obviously made my stroll through to see like what they have that I don't have, what they have and I need. Two that popped out for me, LSU Purple and LSU Champagne. I haven't seen these varieties at any nursery store in our area, period.
But do you know of them?
I know of them.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of the fig collectors have them.
Okay.
Not that they're sought after, but it's those ones that you have.
Part of the
collection. And when I saw it, I'm like, wow, look at this. Sure, it's like one, but it's a good starter.
Right.
Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful.
Is that what you recommend, Sergey? Like try to go with something that has a little bit more branching, or is this okay? Because this will eventually branch.
Well, we have branching here, but look, the branches are like weighing down. Not a fan of that.
Okay.
Here looks like it's just little tiny branches, didn't really take off too much.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was me, I would just start fresh. This is
Fresh.
new, healthy. It looks like they just got this in too.
Right.
Um,
And you've had what, over 45 figs
at one
at
time,
one time.
then I
So
gave them all away.
yes.
And well, you know, this past summer I propagated the Smith fig.
Yes.
I got like 8
8 out of them.
out of that one, and
Wow.
they're on the deck, protected.
Wow.
So get ready.
We
We're gonna have more.
we need a bigger space.
Because I bought that one rare one, and
Yeah.
you know I'm gonna propagate that one.
Let's stop buying plants and
Black
buy a
Madeira.
farm.
I'm so looking forward to that.
Are you really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it for you. Okay, guys, one of the items that I really love, and I would love these as gifts for my garden, are these beautiful clothes plant protectors. And they come in different shapes and sizes. I like this one, and I just think they're so beautiful in the garden, especially if you're trying to protect your plants from like a bunny or something like that. But even just as like an accessory to the garden, I absolutely love these so much. So the other item that I really love is the Fur Mob little bistro sets. So you can get these online. This is more of a higher end gift, I would say. But I think every gardener could use more seating area in their garden. And I like these because they're small enough that you can tuck them anywhere. So you're not going to be, buying something that's bulky. And I promise you, adding more seating areas throughout your garden is going to make you want to be in those spaces. So especially places that might be a little bit more neglected or ones that you don't visit often, putting a little bistro set, 2 chairs, you don't need more than that. You will find yourself wanting to go to those spaces in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening for your wine, morning for your coffee. It's like the perfect little item to tuck in throughout your garden. I know myself, I am wanting to look into putting more seating areas like this, and I'll make sure to link some other options for you too in the description box. But this is also a really good gift idea for the gardeners in your life. Okay guys, the next stop is going to be at HomeGoods. Now HomeGoods is like a hidden treasure full of gifts for gardeners. So let's go inside. Let me show you what to look for when you're here. Okay guys, the first thing that I do when I come to HomeGoods is I immediately go to where they have containers, vases. Sometimes in the springtime and summertime, they'll have like really beautiful outdoor baskets. And this is like a hidden gem for gardeners and for people who love to make arrangements because they have such a great variety. So here are the things that I'm looking for. I don't want to get something that has too narrow of an opening, just because if you are going to use it to make arrangements, you want to have like a good, nice opening. So for example, like this could probably work, but maybe something like this might not be ideal. Even something like this is probably going to be more decorative, where this is actually very functional. So you can make a beautiful arrangement, even during the holidays, you guys. I might have to get this for myself, actually. This would be so beautiful just with like some simple greens, red roses. And then if you're not using it as a vase to make arrangements, you can just have it in your kitchen, set up somewhere like that. And that would be so incredibly beautiful. The other containers I always look for are the ones that almost have an antique look to them, because these are so great, again, for arrangements or even just to have, like if you have a little greenhouse or your shed or out on your deck and your patio and you want to decorate with something a little bit different. These are going to be so amazing for that. So it doesn't always necessarily have to be like, I don't know, like a terracotta pot, right? We can always add indoor elements outside, especially when we're thinking about like our patio or like a little seating area out in your garden. I always find really fun things that feel like it belongs outside at HomeGoods. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. HomeGoods has such a great selection of terracotta pots. Now, some of it is seasonal, so you will typically see these more like in the springtime and summertime. But when they get them in, you guys, they have some really beautiful pieces like this one right there. I would love to have that in my garden. And here's even a couple of smaller ones. You see how beautiful those are? And a lot of these are like designer quality for like a fraction of the cost. The next item that I absolutely love are going to be these types of bowls. Usually I like to go for something a little bit more shallow, but these are going to be ideal for making like bulb arrangements. So you guys know how we like to use arrangements for paper whites or amaryllis. I'll usually find a bowl like that. It doesn't necessarily have to have a drainage hole for things like that. So I always keep an eye out for these types of containers, even something like this. Look at this on a table. I back up on a table with a bunch of bulbs, a little bit of moss on top. How beautiful would that be as a centerpiece for your holiday or Christmas table this year? Now for your bowls, it doesn't necessarily have to be a traditional shape, something like this. Look at how fun this scalloped container is. And I'm actually seeing a lot of these pop up. So I think these are going to kind of be a trend. Again, something that you can put on your patio table. You can put succulents. With something like this, I probably would put a drainage hole if you are going to be using it for something like succulents or plants that you plan on having in here more long term. But how beautiful is this piece? Also, you can typically find statuary. Now, these are obviously going to be a little bit tougher to find, but I do see them tucked throughout the store. So keep your eye out for that. And sometimes they'll even have really beautiful, smaller concrete pieces. And one more thing I wanted to say, if you find a container that has these faux plants, like I'm not about these faux plants, but if I like the container enough, I will buy it if it's a good price and take everything out and get rid of it and just keep the container. So that's also something to keep in mind. If you find something beautiful like this, it might come with some faux plants, but these are pretty, they're not that difficult to remove. And I've done that before because I loved the vessels so much, just not the fake things in them. I don't know about you, but I am a total bookworm and I love books, especially coffee table books. I have this obsession with collecting them, and HomeGoods has the best selection of coffee table books for the gardener. There's a lot of really nice garden books here, so let me see if we can find a couple right now. Here is one that I am seeing, and I think I might actually have this one. Just look at how beautiful this book is, and if I just pop it open, let's just kind of scroll through. Look at this. This is going to be filled with inspiration. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. So this is going to be another item that I think every gardener should have. And let me tell you the price. So this one is only $24.99, which is a great price for such a beautiful book. Highly recommend. Let's see what else we can find over here. I actually really love also like a good fashion book and a home book. They always have a really good variety. I think for the gardeners in our life, home and garden really go well together. Also any good cookbooks, right? Because I think a lot of us love to cook. So here's another really good book, you guys, Inspired by Nature. So this is going to be more of like a home book, but again, inspired by nature. So you're going to see a lot of elements from nature that we can use in our homes. Look at that, those branches, the bird nest. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with bird nests now, thanks to our friend Lacey. Every time I see a bird nest, I immediately think of her. So how beautiful is that to use as decor inside of your home? Baskets, seed heads, look at that. So much beauty and inspiration from books like this. This just makes me excited. So here is another little hack for you. Come into the dish section, find a little bowl like this that is probably meant for maybe ice cream. This one is $4.99. You can put a little bit of soil or like pea gravel inside with a bulb or maybe two bulbs. And this could be a host gift for somebody. So if you're in a pinch and you want to make something beautiful and elegant, this would be perfect. Just this little bowl, a few little bulbs, maybe a little red ribbon. Chef's kiss. That would be so beautiful, you guys. I love this so much, and it's so inexpensive, but still so elegant. So you can really find little things like that throughout a HomeGoods. So make sure you don't just stick to where they sell vases and containers and vessels. Come out into the dish section, and I guarantee you, you're going to find other things that you can use for your garden. Even these shallow bowls, look at this. I would 100% make this into a succulent container. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And this is $12.99. I mean, come on, that price is unbeatable. That is so great. Even like one like this, that I absolutely love. So there's just a lot, a lot of potential and possibilities when you come out into the rest of the store. All right, and finally, one of the things that I think every gardener loves, I don't think I've ever met a gardener who didn't enjoy a good scent, especially when it comes to candles. And I challenge you to find a place that has more variety than HomeGoods. I mean, you're going to find a scent for every occasion at HomeGoods. When you walk into my house, you're going to wonder what is wrong with me because I have candles everywhere. It's such a personal thing, I think. So that's why coming to somewhere like this where you have so much variety, I promise you, you're going to find something that you love. All right, guys, our next stop is going to be at the Home Depot because I think we all have a Home Depot or even Lowe's next to us, and they always have really good garden gear that I want to show you what I like and what I recommend. Home Depot used to be the place where I think Sergey and I think a lot of the men in our life get excited to go to, but now as a gardener, I love coming to Home Depot, and there are a few items here that I think every gardener needs in their life.
No. I was gonna say like, okay, I'm gonna let her do her thing,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to add to it. And I don't think she's gonna say this, but no, I was gonna say like a gorilla wheelbarrow
Yes. Or a
is or a
cart.
cart. That's
Yes.
what I mean. I'm thinking of the one down here.
Right.
We have this, and it is the greatest thing ever. And yes, the price tag is, something you would maybe give someone a little more. I don't know, or maybe.
The nicer gardeners in your life. Everybody has a favorite.
It makes such a huge difference. Like we've loaded anything and everything in there.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, so that was gonna be my first thing is a gorilla cart. We have used ours. I don't even know. Like it's such a lifesaver for me. I use it for gardening, for moving things, for trees. It's like my little buddy. So when I don't have Sergey with me, it's like again my little friend that comes with me. I would pass on the wheelbarrow. I don't think the wheelbarrow is the best in terms of a wheelbarrow. I like more of the traditional, like the one wheelers. But in terms of like a cart, I think the Gorilla carts are the best. I think these are so durable. I am pretty rough with ours and it lasts, it's upheld. I love that you can fully dump out the contents of it. So you can literally just have soil or gravel or anything and you can just dump it all out. They come in different sizes. Do you know what size we have? I think we have like
The biggest one that Home Depot to carry.
right. I think that's the one we
Yeah.
have, and it's great. But you can do smaller sizes, but it's just nice not to have to carry and haul things around. Have a gorilla cart. Highly recommend. Next is going to be a garden spade. I am slowly, not slowly, but I would say I like these a lot more than just a traditional shovel. Especially when we're digging in like hard soils, a spade is such a great thing to have. This one is nice because it's a little bit shorter. You do have the longer ones as well, but I like this size because you're allowed to put your weight into it a little bit more and a little bit more easily. So a spade, every gardener needs one. I promise you, like it's going to make your life so much easier. All right, guys, the next item on my list is something that I used for the first time, I think, this year from our neighbor, and it's a hula hoe. Amazing. I've tried so many different weeding tools, and I think this was probably the funnest and easiest to use. You literally, like, you unlock it, right? And then you literally just pull and it just scrapes the weeds right up. I tend to like to pull the whole weed out, but if there's like a ton of weeds, this is what I use. For example, in our side garden, that's like forever in the works. This is what I like to go to because it quickly allows me to work without having to like break my back. So the hula hoe is going to be a gardener's best friend. If you haven't used it, I highly recommend
I
it.
will have to comment like
Oh, yes.
we well, again, the side garden
Yeah.
when we were removing just all the
Ton
weeds
of
and
weeds.
grass, I used like a long handled
Yeah.
like a hoe,
Uh-huh.
and I sharpened it. I got that thing nice, and still it did not like
Just
you had to
like
put your back into it.
you do.
But with this here,
Just
I was really skeptical because I'm like, what?
yeah.
Really?
We're using Debbie and Lou's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And then again, you just pull. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's like when I saw Debbie using it, I was like, what is that? It looked like it was broken because it was like wobbly at the tip because it, you know, that's how it's constructed. But and she's like, yeah, try it. And I tried it and I was like, what? And so I immediately got one for myself. So a hula hoe is part of the toolbox for gardeners now. All right, next on my list is going to be an accessory for your hoses, and that's going to be a watering wand. Now, I have a few favorites that I'm going to link down below. In fact, I will make sure to categorize everything that we've talked about and then provide links to you of things that I've used, things that I know of that I believe and I think you're going to love as well. But a watering wand is the best thing ever. I hate to like bend down and like get into things, you know, do one of these when I can just stand here and do this. You know what I mean? Like this is amazing. I like the Dram brand. There's also another brand that we get on Amazon and it's like super cheap. And it's lasted us for
Super cheap.
years.
It's fully aluminum.
Yes,
Super light,
super light.
but the construction is next level.
It's really great.
And the greatest part is like when you're done
Mhm.
watering, it doesn't like drain.
Right.
So like imagine you're like watering, then you put it down and then the water goes down your leg.
Yeah.
No. It doesn't drain. And that's the thing about the wands, at least for me,
Yeah.
is like you need that kind of wand.
Right. The one thing I will say, the one that we like doesn't have all of the other settings. So I still like to have my regular nozzle that I can quickly interchange in and out. But the one that we have is just a nice stream. So if you are wanting one that has like a jet setting, which honestly for a wand, I don't know why you would want like a jet set or a mist, maybe a mist, but I don't know. I feel like I just
I
use a
think that
stream.
as someone that cleans out gutters,
Yeah.
okay, is a
Okay.
jet. You
Yes.
can do it, you know, angle it like that
Okay.
and go in and clean out your gutters, you
Ah.
know.
Smart. How come you haven't cleaned the gutters then this year?
Because this is what, the second year
Uh-huh.
or first year that we had no big trees around the property.
Right. You
After
haven't
the
had to.
neighbor's tree came down,
Yeah.
I
You didn't
cleaned
have
it
to.
out and I don't have to do anything else. The only thing right now that builds up in the gutters are the shingle like sand particle.
Yeah.
Over time,
Over
it kind of
time.
comes off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't think about that. So anyways, a good watering wand is always nice, especially when the season begins. Like I love getting a new one. We haven't had a new one in a while because the other one, it's like beat up, scratched, but it still works great. But it's like going to school, like the first day of school when you get new pencils and notebooks. That's the best. And so watering wand, get one for the gardener in your life. Now we are going to skip over the hose reels because I don't like any of these. And I have probably tried, let me see. I've tried all of these. And the only hose reel that I think anybody needs is going to be a HoseLink hose reel. And I will show you guys the one that we have at home.
It's crazy. We did try
Just every single one of these.
one. Maybe it's not the exact brand, but in some capacity, we tried the similar idea.
We even have this one, I think, somewhere. Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
we just gave it away.
Yep.
This one, we've had the one that self-retract, but it really
Such
doesn't.
a waste of water.
Yeah. No, just say no.
Just say no. Be a responsible gardener.
Yeah.
Just say no.
Just say no.
And for the husband in your life, okay, just don't be shy of these accessories, okay? Anything
For the
grill?
Oh my
the grill is a garden accessory, okay? It makes the garden come to life, okay? Like one of these things right here. This is for you, okay? I need one of these, okay? Because I get my hands dirty with the coals, and this would be nice to just put them in here, light it, and then dump it.
All right, guys, we are back home and there are 2 more items that are on my gift guide. So right over here is our HoseLink hose reel. Now we have a couple of them in our garden. We've done reviews of them. This is not sponsored. It's just a product that I really love and enjoy. And I think every gardener needs to have a hose reel from HoseLink. We've done a few videos using and installing the HoseLink hose reel, and it's just one of those things that once we got it and we installed it, the only thing we regretted was that we didn't get it sooner enough, because it really did change the way we garden, especially because it was such a like tripping hazard for me and like my parents. I think I even showed it in one of our videos where I tripped over the hose, and that was happening all of the time. It's just reeling up your hose at the end of a long garden day is just not something I look forward to. And I've tried other retractable hose reels before, and nothing works quite as well as HoseLink's. Now I have been trialing their new series, the Evolve series, and it's amazing. It's a little bit sleeker. It's more of a high flow hose reel, and it's awesome. I will make sure to link down the videos down below of us installing these. But you guys, they're just so amazing. They come in a couple of colors. We opted for the light ones just because we mounted it to the house. But I think if I was going to buy it for somebody that it was going to go out into the garden, I might go with the darker one because I think it looks better in the landscape. So get yourself a HoseLink hose reel. The two that we have are 100 feet long, and the new Evolve one that I have is 90 feet long. But they do come in 50, 82, and then I think 100 for the older one. The last gift on my gift guide is going to be a little bit of a splurge, and it is an investment, but it's going to be the power planters. I absolutely love these. I think every gardener should have at least 2 of the drills. You can buy a full kit. I'll make sure to link down their website down below. Now, if you are somebody that plants a lot of trees and shrubs in your garden, I would go with one of the bigger ones, and I'll make sure to just post the sizes down below for you guys. If you're only going to get a couple, I would highly recommend you get the bulb one. There also is a longer version of this that I'll link down below. This will also be good to use. I think this is a 2 or 3 inch. I'll double check for you guys. But they can also be used for planting annuals, 4-inch container annuals. So it's kind of a dual purpose. And the one that I think everybody should have is going to be for the 1-gallon container. This is probably the one I use the most. It's a good pilot hole too. So if you have like a bigger hole to dig and you're only going to buy maybe like 2 drills, then I would go with this one and then one for the bulb. I'll probably lean in towards probably the 3-inch if I'm not mistaken, but I'll double check for you guys what I have. And in the kit that we got, we also received the drill. Like I mentioned, it is an investment, but it's going to be one that you are going to absolutely enjoy and love that you have.
To the husbands out there, if you're thinking like, well, this is just too much money for a gift, let me tell you why it's not. You're not going to be asked to dig a hole, okay? So all the dirty, all the dirty work, all the dirty work that we are asked to do, you don't have to do it because they have these fancy, helpful, useful things that do the work for you, basically. So trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Again, not sponsored, just something that we really love and has drastically improved.
And I think you just love now planting
yeah.
and digging holes.
Oh, I do. I feel like such a cool person because all of the guys around our neighborhood will walk by with their kids and be like, "Whoa, what you got there, Claudia?" And I'm like, "My power planter," and they all get so excited about it.
And for me, I'm thinking like, let's just quickly get a shovel and make a hole. Like, no. It has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And really
for the
it
OCD
is.
people, they make the perfect hole.
Perfect hole.
That's also like another.
And that the recent video where we planted the little
our dream hedge.
Our dream hedge. Yeah, that's a perfect example. Link that video so people can see how quick and fun that was.
It really was. Thank you for your take.
Anytime.
All right, guys, that is my 2025 Christmas holiday guide for the gardeners in your life. Like I mentioned, I will link down everything below in the description box for you guys, including a list of books, of candles that I really love, some of the pruners. We'll also do some tools and some of the other things that I think are beautiful and you can find online easily. And I'll break them up into categories. So we'll have a category for books, for tools, maybe some for containers, let's see, candles, and some of the other topics that we discussed. That way everything is nice and organized for you. Now feel free to chime down below and let us know what you think every gardener should have. If it's something that I missed that you think has been such a game changer for you, because I'm always learning. So it's always nice to get feedback. And if there are things out there that's making your time in the garden better, I want to know about it, and I'm sure everybody else also wants to know about it. Sergey's coming one more time.
I feel like I'm so
You were
annoying.
so shy, but now like, oh, I have something to say. I have something to say.
Well, I always had a lot to say, okay? And it was just difficult to say it. No, I like what you said about if there's any other gifts or anything that we might have missed, please share it. What do you like? I'm kind of curious. What do you not like?
Oh.
Because I feel like here you made a list of things to buy, and even without a guide, I can make a wrong choice, buy something for someone thinking it's a great gift, and then that person who receives it, if you're watching and you receive something that you didn't like, post it. I'm kind of curious. What is it?
I feel like now you're trying to start a war. Like,
you know,
not a war, but like
debate.
Yeah. What gifts did you get as a gardener that you regifted? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, regifted.
Yeah.
Didn't like. That is
Returned.
just collecting dust. Or
Yeah, that you don't reach
rusting.
for. Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Good. There are a few little things that I'll also add to the listings that I think are good stocking stuffers, because there are a few little good things like measuring cups that I think are really great for measuring out chemicals or fertilizers. There's also good cleaning products that I like for my pruners specifically. I'll make sure to link those down below as well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you found some inspiration, and now you have maybe a little bit of guidance if you are stuck in what to buy for the gardeners in your life. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.